Hello, third grade, and welcome back. I hope that you all have been able to go outside and take a little nature walk and find some things. I found some things too on my walk that I took. Let me show you some of the things that I found. For rough, I found a pine cone out there. For hard, and I kind of cheated, for hard and smooth, I found the same thing, a rock. I also found a soft flower. It's so exciting to see the flowers blooming already. I found a bumpy, sort of, bird's nest here. I found some sharp leaves, and I also found a grooved rock that was out there. For uneven, I couldn't bring that one in here, but I found my walkway. Now, I have a book to read to you. We're going to read a few pages of it. I hope none of you have read this yet. We're reading another My America book, and this one is about Virginia. It's her Civil War diary. We know a lot about the Civil War, so I thought you would enjoy this book. Before we get this started, I'll give you a couple of trivia questions. One of the trivia questions is, what is the national winter sport of Canada? And the other one is, what does Cinco de Mayo mean? Both of those answers can be found in your social studies book, so hopefully you already know those answers. Email those answers to me, and again, the first one to get it to me will win a prize. Okay, our book starts June 20th, 1863. Here begins the writings of Virginia B. Dickens, sister of Jedediah Dickens, who has trusted her with the keeping of his journal, as he has gone to help our Uncle Jack hide his horses from Confederate raiders who roam on the countryside. I, Virginia B. Dickens, am sitting on top of Cemetery Hill in the town of Gettysburg in the state of Pennsylvania. Songbirds, gravestones, blue sky, green grass. Later. I do not know what else to say. I have been sitting here on Cemetery Hill for just half an hour. Jed told me I am to write what I hear and what I see. He told me to write about what I truly feel and truly think. Above all, Jed said, be honest. Well, to be honest, I don't think I have seen or heard anything worth writing about. All I hear are birds singing the same songs over and over. All I see are old tombstones. One of them has my mother's name on it. What do I truly feel? Right now, I truly feel a little angry at Jed and Pa for going to Uncle Jack's without me. Pa said he didn't want to put me in harm's way. So I am to stay at Reverend Magali's for a few days until Pa and Jed get back. For goodness sakes, Pa, I am 9 years old now. I do everything with you and Jed. And what do I truly think? What I truly think is this: I do not know how to keep this journal. Everything I have written so far is angry or foolish. So goodbye for now. Late that night, the Macaulays are all asleep. I am writing by candlelight in the attic room I share with Jane Ellen. Jane Ellen is Reverend Macaulay's younger sister from Philadelphia. She is 18 years old, the same as Jed. She has moved here only recently. After our summer recess, she will be the new school mistress at my school. What do I truly feel right now? To be honest, I feel a little angry at Jane Ellen. Before she went to sleep, Jane Ellen asked me all sorts of questions about Jed. I told her Jed loves to read and write. I told her he writes every day. While he is away, he wants me to write for him. Jane Ellen said she also loves to read and write. Then she said I had a wonderful brother. She thought he was quite handsome, too. If I was honest, I'd have to say I did not like hearing Jane Ellen praise Jed this way. She has only met him once, the day he brought me here. How could she know how wonderful he is? June 28th, 1863. I am sitting on top of Cemetery Hill. I feel a bit guilty for not offering to help Mrs. Macaulay this morning. When I left her house, she asked where I was going. I told her I had to go write in Jed's journal. She just nodded and told me to come back for the noon meal. Mrs. Macaulay is too busy to pay much attention to my comings and goings. With 3-year-old twins, a new baby, and Reverend Macaulay away in Philadelphia, she has more than enough to think about. I know I should offer to help her, but Jane Ellen is there to do that. My job is to write in Jed's journal while he is away. Be my eyes and my ears in Gettysburg, he told me. That is the biggest job I have ever had. So what do my eyes see? For you right now, Jed? They see a wheat field, an apple orchard, and a cornfield. They see riders on horseback coming down Emmitsburg Road. What do I feel? If I was honest, Jed, I would have to say I feel sad. Sad because those riders are not you and Paul. June 22nd, 1863. We heard frightening news this morning. An old friend of Reverend Macaulay's came to visit. His name is Mr. Hoke. He works for a newspaper in Washington, D.C. He has come to Gettysburg to write a story about the Confederate Army. Mr. Hoke said thousands of rebels are riding through Pennsylvania. They are coming very close to Gettysburg. Paul and Jed had better hurry back before all those rebels get between them and home. That's the only part I'm going to read to you today, but I will be reading a little bit more tomorrow. So join me while we listen to the next part of the story. I'll see you then.